Excuse me. Hi. I have a problem. I draw a lot of stuff on this channel, but I have no idea what to draw. Okay, and right now I'm just at a point where
Shotgun bang!
Oh!
hi.
Oh, hello.
That suit is really cool.
I know, right?
You know what, guys? Never mind. I think I just had an idea for my next tutorial. Stay tuned. So the new Deadpool 3 trailer just dropped and it's a big hype right now. And as I said before, when things are a big hype, that's when I draw them because, that's what people want. So anyway, today we will be drawing Deadpool, which I actually have drawn before in this picture right here on my wall. I did a short of me coloring it, but I figured this time I would do a tutorial on how to draw Deadpool. So let's just get right into this tutorial and I hope you enjoy.
So, as the representative of the council, first I would simply like to say sorry for the poor recording quality. You might notice that sometimes it jumps a bit or, blurs for a quick second. Of course, I can't actually see these videos when I'm recording, so I don't know if my camera has, focus issues, but yeah. So, as always, this drawing, as well as all my other ones, kind of just covered that when I said as always. But anyway, my drawings are broken down into 3 steps. Sketching, where I don't take anything seriously. I simply draw where everything is and the necessary things that need to be drawn. And then designing, outlining, whatever you want to call it, where I go over my lines and I add the details. And then the final part, which is optional, shading. So right now I am starting with the sketching part. I'm just filling in where the eyes are so that I can draw out a good size for the face. And as I stated in my latest video, how to draw Black Manta from Aquaman 2, I have been trying to draw my drawings a bit smaller so that I can get more on the page because I always draw my drawings too big. So yeah, I'm still trying to train myself with that. I just been kind of picking the wrong pictures to do it. But yeah, this picture was the right size, the way I did it. It was a little bit off the page, but that's pretty cool because it can be like a style where you don't have the entire thing going down to the end or the bottom. Kind of just ends in the middle of the page. But what I do for that is I just draw lines at the bottom. But that comes in the last part, the shading part. So anyway, here I'm just drawing out the belt, getting proportions for the body. And me, I do shapes, but I don't do shapes like drawing squares and all of that before I do the thing. I basically just like to draw out the details and get everything right while I'm doing it. That's just not me. Actually, that's how I learned to draw with the shapes and stuff, but after a while I just kind of progressed and I was like, it's just quicker this way because these drawings take a lot of time. That's why I have to speed them up because they take so long to do. I mean, there are some artists that can draw fast, they can do a picture like this in 40 minutes. Me, I can't. If I want to do my best work, it always takes me a long time. Anyway, as you can see here, we're just taking our time because again, lots of details in this suit. So we just kind of want to get all of them in there while not spending too much time on it. This picture, although it's pretty difficult due to all of the small details and stuff, the pose and stuff is relatively easy to get, an idea of where everything is. Because, he has his arms crossed here, and that covers mostly everything, and then under the arms it's just lines for the body. So yeah, this one was, I actually tried to do another Deadpool drawing before this and it didn't work out. I was trying to do like a full body. Yeah, I ended up giving up on that one. As you can see, we're just moving along here at a steady pace. Yeah. Just drawing these things on his arms right here. And stretching out to the other arm. What I like to do is, when I draw details, it gives me more of a perspective on where stuff is. That's like why, like, when I'm drawing for reference photos, I can't exactly draw with shapes and stuff because you gotta know like where things are. There are some people who can do that, and I take my hat off to them. I just can't. That's why I don't focus on one thing at a time. When I'm drawing, I like jump all around to whichever parts I need to get the body right. Okay. And as you can see, because it's like a pretty small drawing, we are moving through it pretty quick, the sketching part. We're almost done actually with the first part. I just gotta put this in. I put the other arm in right here. And a lot of times when I'm dealing with pictures that have a lot of shadow and stuff, that makes it a little more difficult to put the details under the shadowing. So a lot of times I have to make my pictures lighter in color grading so that I can see what's under the shadows. Like there was some shadow under his fingers over there. But yeah, so where I drew the line right there, that's where I'm stopping the picture. That's where I'm going to be stopping it. I'm like not going to go further than that because that's where the reference photo ends. Yeah, I'm just going to finish whatever details that I need to put. And I did forget the swords, but thankfully I discovered that before I started the other part. So basically for this, I'm just putting in 2 slim rectangles because, Now I'm just going to erase it, and now comes part 2, detailing. Now this is where I'm making my lines darker, I'm going over everything, and, I'm making it look more professional. So this is why I always say, like, if you don't want to shade, you don't have to, because this part, kind of like in a coloring book, this is what they do in, like, a coloring book. They have it like lines. So, yeah. Because after this part, I actually thought it looked, pretty good, as it usually does. It's just for me, I like to shade my pictures because, in my opinion, it makes it look more realistic. You can see the shadows, the lighting, all of that stuff. But I put a lot into my shading, so that's why I don't know, like, if you guys want to do that, because it does take a lot. But the end result is worth it. Very worth it. I'm always proud of the end result. Yep. Here I'm just, as you can see, I'm going over all the lines that I erased it. And when you're erasing, you gotta make sure that you don't erase too much to the point where you can't see, so that would be a big mistake. You need to be able to see, but still enough that you can draw over it and you can't see the lines under it. So you have to try to balance that out. Like you can see, I have like the perfect consistency. It's light, but dark enough that I can see it, but light enough I can draw over it. And you can see it looks like brand new. It doesn't even look like I did the bottom layer. So yep, putting in all of these details that need to be in there. And this one we're putting more effort into the look. And a lot of times if there's like for the eyes, there's like 3 lines, one inside and one outside of the eye socket, the black thing. I just like put 1 line because, again, I don't take much time for the sketching part because we're just gonna erase all of that and draw over it like we're doing now. So yeah, just a little tip there. And now comes the shading part. And the shading is pretty much self-explanatory. I speed this up because it takes it takes like longer than the whole other parts of the drawing, because the shading, you're filling everything in. So I mean, if you're trying to follow it, I guess you can slow the video down, or just do your own thing. You can pull up the reference photo, try to do your own shading. You don't have to like feel compelled to do what I do or follow my exact style. This video is simply to try to help you to draw this character if that's what you want to do. But yeah, you can add or take away whatever you want. It's fine. And now I'm just finishing it up. This was a pretty easy shade because most of it is like red. And there's not too much here. So I was able to move through this a little quicker than usual, which is good because sometimes my shading like stretches out for days. If I draw too long, my hand starts to hurt. But anyway, that is it, and here is the finished product.
Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a great day.